drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Chase Young
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure how much I really love that call. It almost seems like a little bit of a give up there. But maybe what they were thinking is, we got a chance to pop one. They think we're just going to give up here, hand it to the big man, and maybe he can get through. Sometimes a little bit of courage in play calling, and maybe we don't give enough credit.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. Touchdown, Washington. Tommy Trimble, 40 yards. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Eight yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
The Niners at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
Lance now on first down. Checks this down to Hubbard. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Lance now to throw.
That's complete right around the 8. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
And Lance going to throw.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's third and goal after the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Lance now on third and goal.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Niners have moved out in front.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. This one left side caught by Gibson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The throw over the middle, taken in. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
Gibson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Jackson going to run, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Commanders are back within a score. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. From his end zone, Wilson. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
6 yards left on second down. Here's Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. Throwing now is Lance. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, bringing the pressure that time. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of McLaurin. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. They got his man, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the 2nd half. From his end zone, Wilson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On third and long, it's Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle, and that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Throwing on first down is Lance. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. To throw, it's Lance. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel from 4 yards out. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson steps away to his left. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. From his end zone, Wilson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now a play fake. Lance in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Derek Brown coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, 60 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. From his end zone, Wilson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play, you come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Lance. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter...
and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Hubbard is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Flushed out right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Now goal for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Jackson now. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. He's going to take another shot here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. That caught by Trimble. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Lance now on 1st down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Tanner Muse.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Ready? And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Red. Black one.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Another carry here for the fullback Juszczyk. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
2nd and 4.
Check right. Opposite. 3.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Check.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go.
That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
52.
They'll look to run with Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those. It was close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started. Y'all finna see